Hey everybody, Marty E here. Going to do something a little different in the video. If you notice, layout's powered up, no trains are running. Just wanted to go through the layout, give you a little tour, talk about some pieces that are on the layout. Let's talk about this. That is one of the hobo accessories Lionel has come out with, probably in the early to late 2000s, along with the fire camp. I initially saw this accessory at Patrick H's house. I don't know if anybody remembers Patrick H. Had a big layout here in Pittsburgh. But saw that and instantly fell in love with this accessory. Took me about a year and a half to find one, but finally did. In my opinion, it's one of the cooler accessories Lionel ever made, and I really hope they re-release it, because I'll probably like to pick up another one, and hopefully they give it a little bit something different, so I'm not buying the exact same thing. MTH, John Deere store. Now I've added some items in there. I don't know if we can actually get in there to see those. A couple tractors. Added this sign, Weight Sales and Service. That's named after the driver of my TV mobile unit that I used to be on. Man loved his John Deere, and he was one of my best friends. He's still out there doing TV on the road. Woodland Scenics. Bought this up at the, I think it was probably the last time I was up at Mercer Junction with Dave Manerick. Bought this at his store. I can honestly say we're going to miss that store, that's for sure. That was one heck of a store. Got the Hindenburger. That was part of the Route 66 series that Lionel did, and if you can see back there in the background, we also got the Ufo Cafe. The only one I'm missing right now is the Sinclair gas station, which I haven't come across for a price that I like. Bluetooth radio tower. Of course, this is a product of Lionel. It used to be a AM/FM radio. I think it's just an AM radio, but now this one's Bluetooth, and I don't know if you guys remember the Notch 6 podcast. This is named after that. Derek Thomas. Shout out to Derek. Got my Christmas house, my Polar Express figures, and I also got a house exactly like this, a little bit different colors without the lights. I got the Lionel Christmas barn with the lights. Got Rudolph in there with a shiny red nose flashing, and an MTH Christmas tree to round out that area of the layout. This area of the layout has a couple Lionel buildings and another Woodland Scenics. Have it kind of Thanksgiving kind of Christmas theme going on right there for now. pretty soon I'll probably take some of that stuff down and put it away until the holiday comes back up. Taking a look behind the cobbler, we got the band playing. The Christmas tree used to sit over there where the band is, but I thought it looked better over there with the barn. This is a K-line bubbling water tower. Obviously not bubbling yet. It usually takes a while to warm up. I put a Evans flashing LED in it, and I also made the decal and repainted it for Kodiak Junction, USA. We're going to see if we can keep this as a continuous video. We may or may not be able to. Some of the trains over here, we got the Vision Line Big Boy on the siding. Got the trolley. Oh, for the life of me, I can't think of the gentleman that made these. Walter, I think it was. An MTH trolley. Can't think of the name of the company right off the top of my head. If I can think of it, I'll mention it later. But super duper detailed trolleys. Really nice set. Really cool. Lionel caboose commemorating, I think this is a first day with the new moth. This is a celebration of the GG1 stripes. This is a Vision Line GG1. I always said if Lionel would come out with a scale GG1, I'd buy it. Well, they came out with a Vision Line GG1. So, good to my word, I ended up purchasing one. Pennsylvania Railroad Mountain. This is the first Lionel engine, or one of the second Lionel engines, I think, that came out with the cylinder steam. Now, this isn't the newer one where it alternates, it just comes out, but still a pretty cool feature. I remember when I first picked this up at the hobby shop, had quite a crowd around it taking a look at it. MTH switch tower for Pittsburgh area. Got a Union Pacific 844. I originally had the gray version first, and then I had an opportunity to pick up the black version. This is the first legacy release. No whistle steam on this. I still think it's one of the best smokers, one of the best engines Lionel ever made. This is the new number 65 veranda Lionel just released. I got the flag version. I always felt that if the Union Pacific would redo a veranda, they'd probably put the flag on it, so needless to say, that's the one I got. Miller Engineering Heinz ketchup sign, not hooked up. Just never did get around to it. Woodland Scenics building, Lionel buildings. Now, if you notice, the street lamps, I put them in myself. They're basically drilled into the sidewalks and tied into the power with the buildings. Got the pet shop, and if you come over here, you can see I can turn that on and off. From LCS. It's connected into the ASC2, set up as an accessory. Another Woodland Scenics building. A little coaling building. This was bought up in Canfield, Ohio when Lionel was there. I bought that at the warehouse sale. Smokestack. Bought this from an OGR forum member, Sanjam. Always wanted one. Now I got one. Love the smoking action. Love the flame look inside. The light tower. The little box contains a small computer fan or power supply fan that I put in. It's basically forcing a little bit of air up in there to force some more smoke out. It does a great job. Here's the UFO Diner that I spoke about earlier. This was my first Route 66 purchase. Really love it. Another Woodland Scenics building. That's one of my favorite Woodland Scenics building right now. It's the general store with some construction going on. The cannons I picked up from the LCCA booth at York. They had a bunch of them for, I think they were $1 a piece. I thought they were kind of cool. Line out campers next to what I call the Squad 51 Menards building. Love that show. Bought the building just because of it. Really, really cool. Here's another Route 66. This is a campground with a Aerostream and the I don't know what kind of car that is. I'm sure somebody out there knows. My smoke flute collection. Let's take a look at the stand. Got the ZWL. This runs all the trains. The ZWC is doing accessories. Of course, the Legacy system and the LCS system. Over here is my WIU connected into my house network. And I'll just take a peek down there. You see my TIU. Now that's an original TIU. That's one of the first releases. Look over here, you can see I got the handheld in its own little crate. Got my LCS modules all lined up here. Now typically I'd put these under the table, but there's a lot of times where somebody has a question or a concern, and I like to have them on top, so this way if I have to address a question or something, they're easier to see and take a look at. Here's a special MTH Legacy cable that goes down from the SCR2 to the TIU. First run Santa Fe 3751 Northern. Now the story behind this is I was going to buy the Lionel turbine, scale turbine. Well, when that came in, the box and the engine were soaking wet. The story goes that the foam didn't cure before they put the engines in it, so that basically by the time we got them, they were either moldy, rusty, or both. So my dealer basically sent all of his back, and since I did say I was going to buy that from him, I felt that I should honor my obligation, and this engine caught my fancy. Another one of my favorites. 1484, this is an E6. This is probably one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel when this was on my old layout. This is the first Legacy steam engine I ever bought. Nice little engine, love the sound, love the whistle. Yeah, all around, it's a nice engine. I'm going to save that guy for last. There's a good story behind him. Got some little medallions and buttons and things I've collected over the years. Got my Lionel little coin thing there. Have a TCA one, but that's upstairs on my shelf. Some more buttons and medallions. Little Woody there. A lot of these cars are either road champs or just Lionels or whatever, stuff you find at York Train Show. Uh-oh, we got a girl down. Let's get her back up standing. Hate to have her face down. Here's my Lackawanna 1501. Now this is the first steam engine that I ever bought. I bought this at Bill and Walt's up in Oakdale or Oakmont or Oak something. Over by McKeesport here in Pennsylvania. Oakdale, I think it is. Anyways, this is my first, like I said, my first steam locomotive that I bought. Geez, this thing's almost 25, no, this would be 30 years old. Bought that, like I said, Bill and Walt's. Mighty Sound of Steam, steam chest release. I just probably about 3 years ago, changed out the bearings on the motor because this was one of the originals that had some bad bearings in it. And the thing growled and barely moved and was hard to get going. But that seems to be a thing of the past. Lionel 2000 engine here. You can see it over there. It's a baby Pacific. That engine was, I just like the Lionel orange and blue stuff. Don't know why. I think it's a good look. Let's just take a walk over here, take a look at that engine. Like I said, I'm not going to fire up the layout as far as trains tonight, but just wanted to do this video. It's not one of my quicker videos, that's for sure. I know a lot of you come to expect the get her done kind of video, but you know, everybody says, oh, it's nice to have people show that everybody their layout, so I'm kind of doing that. Doing my room. Got a lot of cars spread out, flagpole. Still, we'll get to that in a second. Just put up these shelves. Bought these at York. Got my Allegheny County Fair trolley, 765 Lionel, first edition, Pennsylvania GP7s, some Heritage engines. First engine I bought at York, right there. That goes with the Lackawanna steam engine, but just didn't put it on this time, and it's a Crew Talk caboose. Ronald Reagan boxcar, and a coin with special meaning. Really can't talk about it, but rumor has it, or story goes, that was actually given to a fellow by President Reagan himself, who passed it on to me. It's one of my prized possessions. Got the Lionel clock up there. I didn't even take off the sticker. Here, let's go ahead and turn that on. Then on the other side of the room here, see my Star Trek posters. That's part of my, not really part of my train layout, but part of what I like. So, and I got this. Some things are just a little harder to get going. Got my Lionel light. Did some helping at the Imperial Train Company and made this poster for them. When they moved down to Texas, I grabbed it. Whiteboard, keep some notes on there of engines and such, just so I have an idea of what I got, and maybe some of the numbers in the remote helps me remember quicker. So, and I'm sure we all got our messes, but this is one of the shelves that holds boxes, engines that are not on the layout. Got my little repair table over here, and some more shelves and such. Let's take a look at this engine. Okay, this is Chesapeake, Ohio. This is a post-war engine. When I was on a TV truck and doing Fox football, when I decided to leave that truck and basically leave the tour that we were on, the crew got me this engine, and I'll never separate from this engine. I really appreciate all those folks. They were a great bunch, had a lot of fun on those tours. Got to see a lot of train layouts while I was on that tour too, because it took me all over the country. So if I hopefully didn't waste 20 minutes of your lives just scanning around the layout. Oh, well, here, a couple more things. Polar Express poster. I think I bought that off of Derek Thomas as well. Got a couple of Angela Trotta painting tiles. Got some Star Trek stuff over here. I built that when I was a youngster. Some mugs. Here's a very special mug here, right there. That is given to me by Scott Long and his son. That's Cody the Husky dog. He was with me for a long time. Kodiak Junction is named after him, which is here. Great dog. Great friend for giving me that. I really appreciated it. So, like I said, hopefully I didn't bore you for the last 20 minutes. I figured instead of just running trains and seeing trains go by, you'd like to see a little bit of what my layout's about. So, thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next review or the next engine run. Thanks.